I went through Anthony Albanese's horror day on the campaign trail today at the top of the program. By the way, if you missed the start of the program, you're getting home from work late or whatever, don't forget, Siri's linked the program so you can watch it from the start later, or you can go back to YouTube or our website where we post these editorials and you can catch up on what is said. But just to recap, Anthony Albanese was caught out not knowing the 6 points of one of his own policies, this 6-point plan on the NDIS. Someone had to get him some notes as he returned to the podium. Here's a little bit of how it unfolded.
Do you not know what the 6 points are for the NDIS question that Mr Kersley just asked you? But also, sorry,
policy document.
Is this a sign that you don't know what one of your policy is?
Are they the 6 points?
Are these the 6 points here that had to be handed to you by your advisor?
Mr Albanese, that's not right.
Yeah, it was pretty ugly stuff. Puts a lot of pressure on Anthony Albanese. Let's bring in now former Labor strategist Cameron Milner, who's Next Level Strategic Services Director. Thanks for joining us again, Cameron. This must be really awkward for Anthony Albanese and his team. Apart from the pressure being put on him by the media, he'll be now putting an enormous amount of pressure on himself to get everything right.
Oh, look, Anthony's human, and let's see it. He made a mistake today. He probably wasn't at his very best, as we've seen him in the past. But I think what's refreshing is he's genuine. He made a mistake. He's happy to go to his shadow ministers and ask them for detail when he doesn't have it to hand. He's happy to go to a staffer and get the real facts so that when he's back at the podium, he can actually state what the policy is.
Well, you say he made a mistake. He's made a lot of mistakes now. He didn't know the cash rate. He didn't know the unemployment rate. He didn't know what was going on with border protection. Now he's had this massive stuff up today. It's partly not knowing his 6 points. It was 6 points today on the NDIS. There's 5 points on some other policy. If he's going to have those point plans, he needs to know them. But secondly, it's about how he handles them. Shouldn't he just be relaxed and say, hang on a second, I'll get the notes, rather than fumbling around like that?
Oh, look, I think in an awkward moment when the heat and glare of the lights are on, obviously, it's hard. But what I thought was good was he went and got the notes and he came back to the podium and gave the answer that everyone wanted to hear.
All right, well, how would you assess the campaign at this stage? We're more than halfway through, just over 2 weeks to go. Where do you reckon Labor is at in terms of momentum and the public debate?
Well, I don't think either side have got the momentum to guarantee themselves majority government at this stage. I think we're at a real risk of Australia delivering a hung parliament. And I think that both parties are looking at a situation where they might fall short of that absolute majority. What worries me greatly, though, is that Labor only wants to get to 76 seats. They seem to have a strategy which is that safe change strategy of only 7 seats, that's all we need. The 2PP would point to an 85-seat majority, huge, thumping win, but they're only targeting 7 seats. And I've heard recently that they're actually got a strategy which is called the Albo 72. Remember, Gillard got government from just 72 seats. Albo 72 is their magic number because that'll give them enough Teals and Greens to get to minority government.